that are going to hell, did they do anything to get mercy? Did they ask for it? Even and ask for it. God, forgive me. Can you forgive me, please, for what I did? Did I even ask to sorry? Were they thankful? It goes much deeper. When you look at it, it goes much deeper. And the Most High judges everything.
Hold on. I hear what you're saying.
Okay.
Telling me is the fact that you can do things to deserve Allah's mercy. That means when you meet, when you work for, okay, you have a job. I'm going to assume you have a job. When you work the entire month, did you earn or deserve your salary?
No, I earned it. It's a difference. I earned it. Deserve is something else. I earned my salary.
If you earned your salary, do you deserve it?
If I worked for it, yes.
Okay. So your salary is not a gift. Do you agree?
No, true, exactly correct. Yeah, it's logical.
So a gift is not something that you can earn or work for. All right?
No, it has to be given. That's why it's a gift.
Thank you. I asked you if mercy from Allah is a gift. What was your answer?
It is. It is a gift.
So if it is a, hold on. If it is a gift, can you work for it?
No, but can I explain?
But you do believe that you can work for it, right?
Okay, but let me explain. Can I explain? So let's say I know people in my environment, family or friends, and they always count to me. Okay, we'll count to each other, but they always count to me. One day I decide I'm going to buy them a gift. Why? Because of their kindness. But they didn't know I was going to buy them a gift. I'm going to buy them a gift. So here's your gift. Did they deserve it? Did they ask something from me? No, I want given from the kindness of my heart. But did they deserve it? Yes, because they were kind to me. But was I obligated to give it to them? No, but I did it anyways.
If they deserve, if they deserve it, that means they are entitled to it, correct?
No, because let's say if me and we knew each other, we were best friends, and you will always come to me, and one day I decide I'm going to buy her a gift as a friend, because of kindness. So I'm going to buy you a gift. Lady, here's a gift for you. I'm going to say, why you give me this gift? Because you always come to me. Was I obligated to do that? No, it was a gesture. It was a jest from out of my heart as a goodwill, because you were always nice to me. Was I obligated to?
So it was a gift, right?
If I'm giving you something because you're always nice to me, I give you something out of the kindness of my heart, a gift, I'm going to buy you something because you're always kind to me, yeah, then it's a gift. In that sense, you can see it as a gift.
There's nothing that she can do to earn what the gift that you have given her, right? There are things that she did.
She did.
Hold on. Someone can do something that would inspire you or encourage you to give them a gift. But
of course,
there's nothing that they can do so that they earn a gift, right?
To earn a gift.
Because there's no such thing as earning a gift.
In that sense, no.
Thank you.
In that sense,
so
no.
Mercy is a gift from Allah, right?
Of course.
So there's nothing you can do to earn it. You can't work for it. You can't do things your entire life and then say, Allah, I deserve mercy because I've done this.
No, that you cannot say. That you cannot say to the Most High, I deserve. That you cannot say, because you're only going.
So then it's not something you can work for. But you believe you can work your way into heaven.
It's mercy. So I'm thinking about two things. So is there mercy and forgiveness? Are they two on the same thing, or are they two different things? Is mercy and forgiveness, are they the same thing or two different things?
That's a good question.
Because forgiveness, you have to work for it too.
So you can't work for forgiveness.
That's okay. Then that's the thing. That's the thing we get confused in the word. So forgiveness, you have to do something for it. So you repent. You did bad things, or you did bad things in your life. You want to repent, get closer to the Most High. Then you have to work for it. But mercy is something else. God is not obligated to give mercy. Is He obligated to forgive you? Not that.
God is also not obligated to forgive you.
Exactly. So What do you do? What do you do then in that case?
You go by what he says.
That means you have to trust and believe him. That's the
Correct.
test. He's testing. He's testing us with that.
Now watch this. If I go by trusting him on his word, that means that he intends good for me, and I will walk into that goodness if I trust what he says, correct?
Yes, but you have to be, you cannot, yes, you have to, that's the thing, you have to trust him. You have to trust in him. You have to
now
trust.
hold on.
That's the key word, you have to trust.
Okay, if the person has bad intentions for me, trusting them would be a mistake, right?
Yeah, but if the person does, if you can be patient, even if the person has bad intention and there's something bad to you, if you can be patient, it's better for you because they're going to be held accountable for what they did.
But we're talking about Allah. If Allah's intention for me is to go to hell, then I can't trust him in doing what he says because his intentions for me are evil, right?
So why if that's I'm going to answer her. If that's the case, why aren't you already in hell then? Why are you still living here?
Because he's not God.
No, because he's the creator. We're talking about the creator, the one who created the heavens and the earth.
The creator that I believe in is not the same creator that you believe in.
But I can respect that. If you say no, it's not the same thing. Did you read the Quran in its entirety or not?
Unfortunately, I haven't finished the Quran yet, but I've read much of it. I've read much of
the. Okay, but it's no problem.
I've read much of the scholars as well.
But I would suggest when you start reading with the Quran, don't go too much into the hadith stuff. Stick to the Quran first. You have a thing called the tafsir, which explains the verses of the Quran, why they were sent down. So I wouldn't stick too much with the hadith first in the beginning because I started off with the Quran first also. I didn't have the tafsir. I didn't know what it was. But it was going to help you a lot. It's going to help you a lot understanding the Quran.
Okay, but then let's go through a verse. I would like for us to go through a single verse, right? And let's see if we can come to the same understanding.
Do you know that we are praying at the same time to the Most High because we are talking about Him? Even if your religion is this, my religion is that. You know we are praying together now.
Praying, well, according to Christianity,
yeah, it's a form of praying. It's a form of.
Give me a chance.
It's a form of praying.
Give me a chance. In Christianity, speaking to God is praying, right? If I speak about God, the way I speak about Him might be attributed to worship or honor, but it wouldn't necessarily be praying. It might be different in Islam, though.
Is praying and worship not the same thing?
That's a good question. Praying to God could be said as worship. But speaking to you about God does not necessarily mean I'm praying to God. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Verse?
No, it's this one.
I'm thinking about it.
48. Now, according to you, does Allah want all people to be Muslim?
Of course. But we have a free will. So He's not forcing us, huh? We have a free will. Free will is holy.
Okay. Now watch this. Now listen to what I'm saying. You say Allah wants all people to be Muslim, right?
Yeah.
Is there any way, I want to write it down, but it's going to take a lot of time. Is there any way to get to paradise? No, it's okay. Is there any way to get to paradise without being a Muslim?
If I'm going by the Quran, I have to be honest.
If you're going
by the Quran, yes. I have to be honest, yes.
Okay.
Because in the Quran,
here's the contradiction. Yeah, there's two verses, in fact, right? Where it says the Jew, the Christian, and the Sabian, if they believe in Allah and believe in the last day, then they will go to paradise.
Exactly. And there's also another verse that says, the people from the book, if you stick to your book and you hold on to it.
Chapter 5, verse 68.
I'm going to explain the verses of the book what it means. It means if you read the Quran, but you say, no, that's not true for me, but I'm sticking to the Bible, but you're being a good, I'm not going to say you're a good Christian or a good Jewish person, but you're stuck to your book because the Most High wants you to do good things, not bad things. In the Quran also, the Most High says to do good things, not bad things. And you die like that because you're convinced that it was the truth, and then inshallah it's between you and the Most High. I'm not promising anything. Even for myself, I don't know where I'm going. As a Muslim, I don't know where I'm going the day I die, but I live my life. I want to be a good Muslim. I want to be a good person, good human being. That's what the Most High wants. For me, it doesn't matter too much if I'm going to heaven or hell. If I'm going to hell, it's going to be that anyways. There's nothing much I can do about it. But I want to go to heaven. Huh? I want to be with the Most High in His presence, you know.
I get you. Here's the verse I would like us to read. Chapter 5, verse 48. We have revealed to you the book in truth, confirming that which preceded it of the scripture, and a guardian over it. This word is falsely translated. Muhaimin, and a guardian over it. So, why is my PC doing this now? Is it my battery? Let me change battery. So, judge between them by what Allah has, judge between them by what Allah has revealed, and do not follow their inclination away from the truth. Okay? Then it says, to each of you we have given a law and a method. Correct?
Exactly.
Who is the each of you?
So, each of you also.
To each of you? No. Okay. It's
each of you is us, as Muslims.
That's a fair calculation. That's a fair assumption. But
why?
Because the context is Jews, Christians, and then Muslims.
How did you come to that conclusion?
Good question. Thank you for asking. When we read the previous verses, come on now. First, okay, you know what? Let's go back a few verses.
Oh, okay, and that sounds okay because I didn't read the verses beforehand. Okay, yeah, I see where you're coming from. Okay.
Right, nice. Thank you. So, each of us, who do you think it would be? Because it says, let the Jews judge by what Allah has given them. Let the people of the gospel judge by what Allah has given them. So when it says
the
to
Jews,
each
the
of
Torah,
you,
the Christians, so it means
the
Jews,
Injil,
the Torah,
correct.
The Christians, the Injil, the Christians, the Bible, and the Muslims, the Quran.
Muslims, the Quran. So when it says to each of you, we have prescribed a law and a method. Who is the each of you?
Each of it, I think, the people of the book. So the Jews, the Christians, and the Muslims.
Thank you. My goodness, this is fun. So to each of us,
Why?
Allah has given because it's funny when you speak this.
You're the first Christian we have a civilized conversation. I mean it. With other Christians on the live, they start insulting each other. They start arguing, and I don't know what's happening there, but I'm just stressed out. Yeah, thank you for the last conversation. Thank you for that.
No, you're welcome, my guy.
That's a gift. That's a gift. That's a gift from me to you. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So each of us is the Jews, the Christians, and the Muslims. Each of us has been given a law and a method. Now watch what it says next. Had Allah willed, He would have made you one nation. But,
exactly true. Yeah, that's true.
But to test you in what He has given you. So race to good. Right?
Okay. So can we stop there for a moment? So
I would love us to stop there. I would love us to stop there.
That's true, because if you know this from Islamic perspective, the humanity once were one nation. They were one nation once. They spoke one language. I think they spoke one language. And God, what happened? Not only perspective in the Bible too, the story of Babel, they dispersed the languages. So they confused the people, humanity, because the Most High, what did He do? I think He dispersed the languages, and people got confused. because they were ungrateful to him. So that's one thing. So, but he intended to test you in what he has given to you. So tested us. What do you think the test is? You know what the test is? I've been thinking about this, and I didn't even read the verse until now. You showed me this, Thank you. So
You're welcome.
You know what the test is? The test is if we all stuck to what the Most High has given us, even if you're a Christian or a Jewish person or a Muslim, it doesn't matter. If we stuck to what the Most High has given to us, there wouldn't be no wars, there wouldn't be no suffering, there wouldn't be no misery. That's the test for us all. He's testing us. That's why he's saying the Jews and the Christians and the Sabians, they will enter heaven if you stick to your book, if you stick to what he's given you, if you don't break his laws. Does the Most High say to go do bad things, kill each other? No, that's what people do. That's not the Most High saying. That's the test. I think that's the test for us all. And why do people get confused in interpretation? They interpret the text, or people with bad intentions. They use religion to their own advantage because it happened in the past. It's not the first time that it happens. It happens with Christians, Jews, and Muslims. There are bad people with bad intentions. They're using the religion to their own benefit.
Okay,
But
I hear you, right?
Do I believe that we can all live in peace together? Yeah, I believe it. I don't think it. I believe it. I truly believe it. Because this world doesn't belong to us. We're walking on the world of the Most High. It's his house. It's his home.
I get you. I understand you perfectly well, right? Now the point. Come on, PC, do your thing. The point that I'm trying to make here. Okay, let me just do this. Let me just do this. Oh, dude, man, welcome back. So look at what we have so far. You said Allah would want us all to be Muslim, right?
Yeah.
According to this verse, I hear you. According to this verse, is it Allah's intention for us to all be Muslim?
Yes, 100%.
The verse says, had Allah willed, He could have made us one nation. Correct?
A nation and being there's two different things. So being a nation and being Muslim are two different things. You can be a nation.
It's an ummah. It's an
ummah. Ummah means, but ummah means nation, no? And ummah,
I agree. Hold on.
Like a
wait,
nation
please.
Let's
walk slowly. Please. Give me a second.
Okay.
Let's just walk slowly.
Okay.
Let's imagine that there's a nation, an ummah. If Allah could choose that they believe something, what would this nation believe?
So, okay, I'm going to answer your question, what I think this verse means. So, nation, to me, it doesn't mean that everybody has the same religion. Nation could also mean living a continent, let's say Africa, for example. Okay? Imagine if there were no borders, but everybody lived the way they live. So, there's a Christian, there are Jewish, there are this, there are that, but there are no borders. Is that a nation? Can that be one nation? Like all Africa without borders, can that be one nation? With all its differences? Yes, it can be a nation.
Mm-hmm.
Does it mean that everybody has to accept the same religion? No.
Correct.
Do we have to? I read somewhere in the comment section, so in the chat here downstairs, in Islam, and that's true. There's no compulsion in religion. But as in Islam, there's no compulsion. You cannot force somebody to become Muslim.
I hear you. Hold on. The Quran says that. Okay, you know what? The reason I say this has to do with belief. Right? It's because the context is speaking about different religions. Do you agree? Remember, the context is.
It can mean.
Hold on.
That's one thing. Okay.
Give me a second. Okay. The context is each of you, correct? And we've mentioned it's Jews, Christians, and Muslims. Then he says, if he wanted to, he could have made one nation. So the context is talking about religious beliefs, right?
In that context, yes. How do you present it that way? Yes, that would agree.
Thank you. So if Allah had to choose, a religious belief for all people, one nation, which religious belief would it be? Islam. According to you, Islam.
No, according to the Quran.
No problem. Yeah, because Allah says, if anyone desires other than Islam as a religion, it will not be accepted from him, and he will be among the losers in the afterlife. So I agree with you. So if Allah wanted to, if he had willed, he would have made us all one nation of Muslims, right?
Of course.
Then he says, but to test you in what he has given you, so race to do good. In other words, Allah did not will, and he does not will for all of us to be one nation united in religion. Correct?
But there's one catch. Correct, but there's one catch. Can I say what? There's one catch. To Christians and Muslims, there's one thing that binds us together, and that's Jesus. So you believe and we believe. So Christians believe, Muslims believe that Jesus will return. Exact?
So that is quite a general statement, yes.
But he will return at the end of times. He will return. So let's say Jesus returns now, like we're in the end times, and Jesus returns. We're all going to know that it's Jesus. So what's Jesus going to do? He's going to clarify things. So if Jesus says to me, look, or to Muslims, look, the Quran is false, the Quran is not true, you have to be Christian, and I know it's Jesus, I'm going to follow Jesus directly. But if Jesus says, look, the Quran is true and Islam is true, what you going to do then?
If Jesus says that, then I'm going to have to follow him.
Exactly. Bingo. That's where you get one nation. That's how one nation
no problem. Now here's an interesting question. Where do you get the idea from in Islam that Jesus is going to come back?
Okay, there's an answer for that too. Huh? So we in Islam, from the Quran perspective, we don't say that Jesus died on the cross. He was lifted up to heaven. But somebody was crucified, but it was not him. So where do I get that idea from? From the Quran. In the Quran it says that, so Jesus, when he was not crucified, he didn't die on the cross, he was still living. So he was lifted up to heaven. So what does the Most High says in the Quran? That every living creature will taste death. Did Jesus taste death? No. So when he comes back, he's going to clarify things, but he needs to die also. Because the Most High, that's a promise from the Most High. That's the thing he said that's going to happen. So it's going to happen. Jesus didn't die yet. So we all have to pass through that. The only one that's still living is the Most High. That's from the Quran perspective. I cannot say from the Bible perspective because I didn't read the Bible completely. But from Quran perspective, he needs to pass away. Like all of us. We all need to pass away. We have to go through there, through that door. I hope that clears things up.
I get you. When Jesus comes back, is it going to be the day of judgment?
No, not yet. For us, he's a big sign. It's like one of the major signs before Judgment Day. But when he comes, it's like it's going to be almost there. We're going to be almost there. But before
355? Wait. So coming back to this point, according to this verse, Allah does not want all people to be one people united upon one religion. Correct?
So what verse is that?
It's the same verse we've been speaking about the whole time. It's not Allah's will for us all to be one nation united upon religion. He wants us to be different religions and race to do good. All right?
No, he wants us to be one. He wants us to accept one faith, so one religion, Islam, but he gave us a free will to do so. So it's up to you if you want to accept it or not.
But he says, let me ask it a different way. Does Allah do what he wills?
Of course.
Okay.
He's the Most High, he do what he wants. Huh?
If he willed for us to be one nation, he would have done it, correct?
Yeah, and it happened in the past, it happened.
No, hold on. What happened in the past was his will for us to not be one nation. Right?
No, we were one nation. We were one nation.
We were one nation. So, okay, yeah, so you're saying that his will was in one point for us to be one nation? His will then his will changed, and now it's not for us to be one nation.
No, he still wants it. Do you know why he wants us to become one nation? Do you want to know why? Because then the wars would stop, the suffering would stop, the misery would stop. Because then the Most High would accept us. Because then the Most High would accept us. Because then the wars would stop. The suffering would stop. The misery would stop. Do you know why? Because then the wars would stop. The suffering would stop. The misery would stop. If we are still divided by borders, and one nation, there's always going to be war. There's always going to be people that want to divide and they want to conquer and they want to do stuff and they want to benefit. There's always going to be bad people. But does the Most High want that? No. He wants us to be like one nation. But do we have to be all the same religion? No.
Check this out.
Yes.
Check this out.
Okay.
Until when does Allah prescribe for each of us to not be one nation, united upon religion, according to this verse?
Until the time comes to be one nation again.
And when will that be?
When Jesus comes. Peace be upon him. When Jesus comes, peace be upon him, that time will be.
According to the verse, when will it be?
That I cannot say when.
No, according to the verse, it's right here. I highlighted it.
Okay. To Allah is your return altogether, and He will then inform you concerning that over which you used to differ. That's on Judgment Day.
Correct.
This one doesn't talk about here. That's not talking about Judgment Day. This is for Judgment.
So it's Judgment Day, right?
Assembly us all in groups. Yeah, He's going to assembly us all in groups, and then He's going to say what we differ from. So one group says this, one says that.
Please listen. So Allah does not want us to be united in religion until Judgment Day?
No, in religion not, but be a nation, yes. Can you be in one nation?
Please remember, we agreed, according to the context, it's talking about religion.
Yeah. But
so when it speaks about one nation, he's talking about a religion, talking about a nation united in religion.
I understand you better. I understand you better where you're coming from now, because I didn't understand. I was a bit confused. I understand you better now. Yeah, but that's the free will thing. He wants us to become Muslim. He wants us all to be one nation under one religion, but you have a free will. He cannot force you to do it. I cannot force you to accept something that you have a free will to do so. You have to accept it with your free will. But does it mean that we can't live side by side? Of course we can. Of course we can. Yes, we can. But does He force us? No, He doesn't force us. But one nation, yes, it's possible. I believe it's possible.
Can you give me an example of forcing you to be part of a religion? What would it look like to take someone's free will away?
It's like me, for me as a human being, it's like me pointing a gun at your head. Now you accept Islam, I'm going to shoot you through the head. You have one choice. Either you accept it, that's forcing somebody. But I cannot do that as a Muslim. Then I'm going against the Most High. Then I'm going to go to hell. Then I'm going to go to hell directly. If I did something like that, no. There's something that I can't do.
Now, Allah doesn't need to use a pew-pew in order to take your free will away, right?
True, exactly, correct.
So, is it fair to say, if you can't choose what you believe, then you have no free will?
You can't choose. In what sense you can't choose? You can't make up your mind. Is that what you can't make up your mind?
No, for example, your will is your ability to choose, correct?
I'm obligated to choose. No, I'm free to choose.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. Allah created you with the ability to choose, right?
Yeah, true, correct, yeah.
This ability is what you use to choose what you believe, correct?
Correct, so far so good.
If you do not have this ability, or someone else is in control of this ability, then you, by definition, don't have free will, correct?
Correct. Yeah, so far so good, correct.
If Allah teaches that someone else is in control of your ability to choose, then Allah is teaching you don't have free will, correct?
So it depends who controls me. Huh? If you have to say, tell me who controls me then.
Boom. So let's see who controls you. Okay? If you are the one controlling you, then you have free will. If someone else is controlling you, then you don't have free will. Do you agree?
True, but there's also guidance. Guidance from the Messiah. He guides you and He shows you. So at a certain point, you have to make a choice in your life.
I agree 100%.
Two paths. He's going to show you the good path, He's going to show you the bad path, and at a certain point in your life, you have to make a choice. If I continue this path, I will be okay. If I continue this path, I will not be okay. So I think that it's called a crossroad. I think it's called a crossroad. Somewhere in our lives, we're going to meet some crossroads. More than one.
Now watch this. Let me show you where Allah says that you don't have control over what you believe. Would you please read us this verse in blue?
Okay. And it is not for a soul to believe except by permission of Allah. True. And He will place defilement upon those who will not use reason. So you know what this means?
Yes, I do. So let's walk through it slowly. Let's walk through it slowly. It is not for any soul to believe. What does that mean?
So it is not for a soul to believe except by permission of Allah. What does that mean?
Wait, before we get to the except part, what does it mean when it says it is not for any soul to believe?
So it means that Allah decides who is going to get faith in his heart or not. He's the one who puts it there.
So who is in control of choosing what you believe, according to the verse?
At that moment, Allah. But He chose already from the beginning.
So hold on. According to the verse, you don't have free will, right?
You have free will, but it doesn't mean you have. It's like this is a thing. It's called guiding. He's guiding you through there. Are you going to get it?
It doesn't say anything about guidance, my friend.
Yeah, but I understand the verse like that. It doesn't say, but I understand the verse like that.
Thank you. So you are adding what you want the verse to say to the verse so that it says something that you can agree with.
It's not adding, it's understanding the verse.
Okay, let's walk through it again. You have admitted, according to the verse, Allah is in control of what you believe, right?
Yeah, but you have to read the entire sentence, and it's not for a soul to believe except by permission of Allah. So it's by permission of Allah. If He wants you to believe, you're going to believe, and if He doesn't want you to believe, He doesn't want you to believe.
Boom. So if I don't believe in Allah, who is the reason I don't believe?
It depends. It's not like this or like that. It's not yes or no question. So it depends. Did the truth reach you? And did you want to accept it or not? But because that's what the verse is talking about.
You just admitted. I hear you, yeah, but you just admitted that me believing or not believing is dependent upon Allah, right?
True.
If I don't believe, who's the reason I don't believe?
At the end, when you believe or don't believe, it depends. If you
on
didn't
who?
meet, it depends. Two things.
On
First
who?
of all, it depends on Allah.
Thank you.
Explain. There are two things. So there are 2 points. So the first thing is it depends on Allah. But the second point, it depends on you. So when Allah guides you to the truth and you see it's the truth, are you willing to accept it or not? If you say no, then it was in your hands. If you say yes, then it was in your hands too. Then you have to make a choice. So there are 2 points here.
Hold on. Let's work with the second. Firstly, you have admitted to the first point is beautiful. It depends upon Allah. So according to the first point, if I am not a believer, it's because Allah doesn't want me to be a believer. Second point.
Exactly.
Second point, it is up to guidance. Now tell me, is the Prophet the best example for guidance?
All prophets were best, not one prophet, all the prophets.
I'm talking about this time. I mean, come on. You don't, okay, let me ask it a different question. Let me ask it a different way. If the Prophet is giving you guidance, that means he intends for you to be guided, correct?
Correct.
If Allah reprimands the Prophet for giving someone guidance, then that means Allah does not want that person to get guidance, and therefore Allah does not want that person to be saved, correct?
In that example, 100%, I agree with you 100%.
If we find an example like that in Islam, then we can say that Allah does not intend for people, certain people, to be Muslim, and therefore He wants them to go to hell. Right?
No, not necessarily. I'm going to explain to you why. Can I explain to you why? Because the Most High has sent the Quran. That's His direct word from Him. He sent the Quran. So now it's up to you if you're going to read the Quran to accept it or not. So when you read the Quran, like 99% of the world population knows about Islam, heard about Islam, know what the Quran is. Now it's up to you if you're going to read it. If you're not read it yet, okay, no problem. But if you're going to read it with an open mind, it's up to you whether you see the truth in it or not. And then it's up to you whether you want to become Muslim or not. If you see that it's the truth, then it's up to you. Then you have to choose with your free will. If you see that it's the truth, and you see, no, I have to accept this because I saw it's the truth, then it's up to you, but you're still free. If you read the Quran and said, no, this is not the truth for me, I'm going to stick to the Bible, then it's up to you. The choice is yours.
According to you, the choice is mine. According to this verse, yes, the choice is whose?
But that's because you didn't have, okay. So according to this verse, it's Allah. He decides. If you're going to believe or not, He's decided.
Now watch this. Watch this. If Allah is the reason that I'm not a believer, and then I get judged as a disbeliever, Allah is punishing me for Allah is punishing me for the position that He put me in. Correct?
Yeah, if it's up to Him, yeah. But
thank you, and that would make Him unjust, right?
True, but He's not unjust.
But that is what He does.
No, because when you read the Quran in its entirety, you're going to see that He's not unjust. That's my point. If I have to read the Quran first completely, because you take one verse, but then like other verses.
There are verses that contradict. There are verses that contradict this verse.
No, that's not contradiction. So
okay,
when you read
watch
the Quran,
this. Watch this. Hold on. Check this out. If I say to you, wait, give me a second. If I say to you, sure, but I wish I write it down. Let's imagine you and your son are in a room, okay? You and your son are in a room. You say to your son, son, you may leave the room whenever you like. Okay? Before he leaves, you say to him again, son, you may only leave the room when I want you to.
Okay.
Okay? That's what we have. Let me make this bigger. That's the situation we are in right now. Here's my question. Okay. Do these two statements, contradict each other?
No. They don't contradict each other.
They don't. So
if you say them,
they don't contradict each other.
Hold up. If you say them at the same time, yes. If you say them at the same time, you can leave, but you cannot leave. It's a contradiction because do I leave or do I not leave? You can, but you can't. Okay, that's confusing. But if you put them separate, not in the same thing, when you put them separate, no, it doesn't contradict each other.
Come on, man. I just told you before he leaves. Right?
So, okay, hold on. So, leave the room like before he leaves. So, I don't understand the thing. I don't understand the example. It's a bit confusing for me.
Yes, it's confusing because it's a contradiction. You have given your son 2 commandments. You said, let me not call it commandments. You gave him 2 options. He can leave when he likes. Then you said he can only leave when you like. So does your son know what to do now?
No, because I wouldn't say it like that. Of course, it's going to get confused. I'm confused. I'm going to say, read
That's
this
what,
example. I'm
now,
confused by myself.
this example comes from the Quran.
But what does it say it's like that? Because that's the interpretation.
I'll show you.
Interpret it.
I'll show you. According to this verse, who is in charge of whether you believe or disbelieve?
Allah.
Good. According to this verse, please read it and then tell me who is in charge of whether you believe or not.
Okay, and say the truth is from your Lord. So whoever wills, let him believe, and whoever wills, let him disbelieve. Yeah, but that's the choice you have to make at a certain. That's what I'm trying to say all the time. That's when you have to make a choice. So He guided you to the truth. Then it's up to you whether you want to believe it or not. That's what I was trying to say all the time. So if you want to accept it, you accept it. If you don't accept it, you don't accept it. But it's up to you. But then you have been
I
warned.
hear you. I hear you. What I'm saying is, according to this example, who is in charge of whether you believe or not?
Allah, always.
No, read it.
And say the truth is from your Lord. So whoever wills, let him believe, and whoever wills, let him disbelieve. Yeah,
So
that's a free will,
according,
respecting the free will.
so who is in charge of believing or disbelieving in this verse?
In this verse, it's up to you. The person you
Thank you.
It's up to you.
So it's up to you. In this verse, it's up to you. In the other verse, it's up to Allah. Both of them can't be true.
It can.
Oh, so you can
No,
you
I'm
can
gonna
say to
explain
your
to you. I'm gonna
son,
explain
you
to you.
can leave when you like. Oh, but you can only leave when I tell you to.
No, you can. It depends. You're gonna believe as long as He doesn't guide you to the truth. Once you were guided to the truth, it's up to you whether you want to believe it or not. That's the thing. That's not a good example that you're given here because it's a confusing example. So
it's confusing because these two statements contradict each other. In the same way,
yeah, if you put them in the
these
same,
two
if you put
statements
them in the
contradict
same.
each other.
So can I give you a positive feedback, a hint, a tip? So when you're going to read the Quran, you have to get the tafsir. The tafsir is going to explain the verses why they were sent down. It's going to be less confusing. You're going to understand it better.
Isn't it funny? When we started the conversation, you told me that you started reading the Quran and you would encourage me to read the Quran alone.
Yeah.
Now you're
But the
encouraging
tafsir,
me to read it
no,
with the
the tafsir
tafsir.
is, no, tafsir. You know what tafsir is? The tafsir has nothing to do with haditha. The tafsir is the explanation of why the verses were sent down. It explains you why this verse, why that verse, why this verse, and explains you what it means. It does have nothing to
the
do with
reason
Hadith Bukhari. There's nothing to do with Bukhari and everything. It
the
has nothing to do
reason
with that.
the reason for the reason for the revelation is only for certain verses. Other verses don't have reasons for revelation.
Yeah, but the Bible is a bit different book. The Quran, for me, even if I'm going to read the Quran verses, I need the tafsir to understand it better. I need it. Because otherwise it's going to be confusing. It will leave room for interpretation. It will leave room for a lot of interpretation. And a lot of people interpret things like how they want. So you have to get the right interpretation, what it really means.
I get you. But I appreciate the conversation, Gro. Thank you so much, man, for allowing it.
Maybe next time, man. Bye-bye.
Bye. Very nice guy. God bless him. What a nice conversation. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Allah and Muhammad are equals in a sense. That was quite a nice conversation. I appreciate him coming up. It seems that the live might be kept. It's a bit shadowed. So yes, I hope you guys saw that Allah can choose. Allah chooses for you, and then you can choose. It's a contradiction. And what does the Quran say? I should restart my live. Dude, are you here? Sure, but I should restart it. You're right. It's just I might be causing problems for Dude. Dude, are you streaming right now, or can I somehow just restart the live, my friend? Okay, now I'm gonna leave it like this. It's fine. Hopefully we can get another Muslim in. Nah, it's okay. No problems. Muhammad, I am not sure what language you are speaking. Translate. Let's see what he's saying. Okay. Guys, I'm going to restart the live because it might be that the live is being shadowed. Give me one moment, please. I'll be black now. Fisherman,